Alright, hello everybody, this is the Obey Me Kid with another review today. I'm going to review a little game I stumbled across a couple of days ago, Fusion Fall, which is a game based around, it's an MMO based around the Cartoon Network universe. Now, you see here, basically, I'll get to the backstory in a little bit. First thing I want to address is the playability. This game, you may think it's not a great game. You know, maybe it's made for little kids or something like that, but it's actually got a pretty good game behind it. The story's interesting, and they've done a great job in translating the characters in the game, you know, like Dexter from Dexter's Laboratory, Kids Next Door, all of them into their anime-style counterparts, which I thought was really interesting. And apparently I've also heard there is a manga for the website, though I've yet to find it, but I would like to read more about it because apparently it goes a little further into the backstory than what you're told. But we will get to the story in a minute. You get a fairly open world. The gameplay is very nice. The enemies are interesting. They're called basically, they're created by a guy in the name of Lord Fuse. And there's some little characters you might notice, like Eduardo, Buttercup, and Eddie from Ed, Edd n Eddy. But I'll explain what that's all about in a bit. So yeah, the game is fairly interesting, and actually it gets pretty addictive. Now, there are some flaws with the game. For example, if I go to the map, this is all the area you have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 small locations in the game. Now, you can get a paid-for version of the game, and there might be more areas than that, but so far all I've heard about the paid area of the game is that when you pay to play, you get more quests, more gear to put your character in, and you'll also be able to actually complete the game. And once again, that's more story related, so I'll go into that little detail when I show you some more aspects of the game. But it's never mentioned anything about more locations, and you can get all the levels in the free version of the game. So the next thing I plan to address is the character creation. Now you'll see here, with free access, you can only have up to 2 characters. See my current character here, James Flynn, and empty space. So we're gonna go to create a character, and this is gonna show you the story. Basically, this is the Dex Lab headquarters. You're in a time capsule, and basically this is Dexter. He's like, we volunteered for some sort of time travel experiment, and he wants to, you need to have a data profile. So basically, we just got to create a name. You have to have a first name and last name. So we're gonna call this yeah, that should work. Yeah, so currently, while they're like testing it to see if it's gonna, you're gonna be known as a number. It only takes a short while. So then we have the option to make a boy or a girl. Gonna make a guy. You can change the hair or the height, though it doesn't really differ much. Skin color, I'm pretty much pale. Make him fat or light. Make him fat, though it doesn't really change much. You can change his hair color, and we're gonna make this guy look emo. And we can even change his face, which really only affects the eyes, and he's gonna look all pissed off. Make them black eyes because he's going to be a douche. Then you have an option to change clothing, and I'm going to try and make this guy look like as much of an idiot as possible. Though, then again, I don't understand fashion, so people might consider what I think looks like an idiot to be good looking. Huh. And let's just be real quick. So yeah, once we have that done, Dexter will say, "Alright, the bioscan's completed, blah blah blah, right, we're able to send you in the future now. The computer thing is going to be able to reconnect you, but who's that?" Yeah, anyone who watched the show knows what's going to happen. You know who that is if you watch the show. That's freaking Dee Dee. And if you watch the text box down here, see her creep across, and then watch the text box, that's not good. Yeah. So, we've kind of been sent to you. That's pretty much the story behind it, and we're going to get more story into it. But basically, after this, they'll explain to you that there's some guy named Fusion. Yeah, we just got sent more in the future than we were purposely supposed to. Yeah, they're the Powerpuff Girls. I used to watch the show because it was actually entertaining. So you have a good expansive characters, and booyah, Samurai Jack. That show kicked ass. But later on, they'll explain to you the backstory. Now, this is a tutorial level, but later on, they'll explain the backstory to you. That what happened was there is a guy named Fusion with a thing called Planet Fusion, and what he does on his Planet Fusion, and that Planet Fusion absorbs other planets, and he's trying to absorb this planet now, and all of our characters are trying to fight to stop that, even causing them to unite with their previous enemies, which I find pretty interesting. So they give you a weapon to equip, and you can equip 2 weapons and change them with tab. So basically you just aim and then click to fire. Pretty basic stuff, honestly. If you like first-person shooters, it's just another reason to play the game. You have auto-targeting, but since you can't see your mouse because that controls where you're facing, it can be kind of a pain to tell what's going on. But so yeah, once again, the controls are very fluent. I think they got a good portion of the actual voice actors to do the voice acting. And there are a lot of characters from my past that I remember here in this. So now we're facing this thing called, I think they called like a Cyberus. Yeah. The Cerberus, but it's like made of technology. So yeah, this thing looks badass, but it falls down pretty easily. And I just jump around like a wild monkey because, well, I just find it boring to stand there and shoot. Anyway, so yeah. Next up, we're going to be talking about